Numbers there, Chris.
Yeah, taking a look at it, I think it's going to be very important for Kacprzyk to get his height and reach advantage working. He's going to have, certainly, to fight the youth and the urgency of Abramović, who has seemed unstoppable so far, apart from a few mistakes.
Fighters, you know the rules. This is my command. When I say stop, is stop. If you want to touch the gloves, go to the corners.
Referee Cintic, he is presiding over the next 3 5-minute rounds, or not, at light heavyweight. So, again, big boys out to play. Wojciech Kacprzyk, Tiriel Abramović. Abramović fights red. Kacprzyk fights blue and fights southpaw.
They call him Wojciech Southpaw for a reason.
Our first bout this evening, spectacular finish with a KO. Big right hand goes across there. Looks like this may go the same way. Great single leg takedown, but the recovery was good.
He tagged him, Will. The first clean punch is the first punch thrown.
Wow, that was super clean, wasn't it? Squeaky clean, so was that. And that's got to hurt. That's rocked Kacprzyk back. He can't go to the well too many times. You don't want to be taking too many of those shots, not this early on in the bout.
That's public enemy number one when you're fighting open stance. It's just that rear hand straight down the middle. Very simple, outside foot position. Kacprzyk has got to make sure he minds those details.
Just that openness of the chin that's available is a bit of a worry, and Abramović finding it so easily. It's almost as if that right hand of his has got sat-nav leading him straight to a parking place, and it happens to be Kacprzyk's jaw. Don't want that to happen. He needs to calm down and bring that left hand and protect that chin, because if he leaves himself open, there's going to be problems. Obviously got that octopus gym confidence with the takedowns, and that's exactly what he's done with the single leg, starting to bring the heat now, and that availability of the left leg has been quite open to Kacprzyk.
Exactly, you often see it in an open stance fight. That single leg is there all day, and he was going for it. He went for it once, couldn't get it, nearly got it the second time. Great scramble from Abramović to get back up. He's got to make this a dirty, messy fight and overwhelm this kid.
So great work on the inside, the knee strikes, they're really happening, and you can see the slight height advantage that I didn't really notice before that Kacprzyk has, but very, very good work for Abramović to close the distance and get in and land that shot. The knee strikes, the Hizageri, I'm loving that work from Kacprzyk. As I say, he had a great amateur kickboxing and boxing career, 18 years, so, you know, his stand-up, 4. Then that transitioning to MMA here is going to put him in good stead, except he doesn't want to be eating shots.
They promised a barn burner. Both guys said it was going to be an entertaining fight. The thing is, you don't want to lose the IQ and go out on your shield.
Well, there's the big left hand. It's a knockout! And it's a knockout! That's it! It's all over! My goodness gracious me, what a shot that was. That was an absolute rocket. And yeah, well, judges can have an easy rest on this one.
The left hook literally knocks it straight out of the park. A perfect left hook drops Kacprzyk. Incredible knockout from Abramović. 2-0 in FNC, 2 knockouts. And this was what I was talking about. You don't want to make it a 50-50 situation against the quicker fighter.
Well, you know, I said he needed to keep his left hand up, but also his right one as well, because that was an absolute missile of a left, and he floats it in just over the top. No guard, hands swinging low at the hips, and just makes such a definitive job. Right on the sweet spot, just above the eye on the temple, and boom! Hits the room. No coming back from that. Kacprzyk kisses canvas.
Yeah, and it was a battle of the hooks. That's the thing. He read it, he avoided it, he corked his own up, turned it over beautifully. That's what happens.
Well, you know, it can be argued, and we hope that Kacprzyk's all right. He's still got a tension going on in the ring. But, you know, this is a double-edged sword, because do you want your money's worth in terms of action, or do you want to be there longer than the one-round KOs that we're seeing? And these are just the prelims. So it just goes to show the absolute explosiveness, the dynamic element to all these FNC roster fighters.
Yeah, and how game both guys were coming in. That's exactly actually what they said in the pre-fight interviews. Was both said they want to leave everyone talking about this fight in the arena that's going to watch it. And, well, hey, he gave us a highlight reel.
Absolutely. And, you know, to all MMA fans out watching FNC here tonight, you know, you get fights that have grappling that are very intense, very technical from a BJJ point of view. Then you have a clash where kickboxers transition, skiers transition into the sport, and you have explosive finishes, and you just, like a box of chocolates, just don't know what you're gonna get. And tonight we are just seeing explosive action through and through all the way. So I'm sure we'll get a chance to revisit the action, and then we'll see just how the technical roadway from Abramović led him to that shot.
Let's take a look at it here again. There was one hook, he waited, he avoided, he saw, it was completely open. The thing is Kacprzyk threw that punch, he was completely open. His open side was ripe to be picked off. And that's exactly what happened here as Abramović corked up one of his own. Left hook, battle of the hooks. And he read it. Improved footwork as well. That was one of the things I was looking for from Abramović in this fight.
23 seconds completed of round number 1. Your winner by way of knockout, Tiriel Abramović!
Well, just over 2 minutes within the distance of the first round, and yeah, you look at Kacprzyk and you'd think he'd spent more time in the ring than he did. But anyway, the judges removed from the equation again. Emphatic finish, loving that work, and yeah, that's another really good notch on the belt for that young man right there. So the photo op and a rethink for Kacprzyk, but yeah, that kickboxing game just showed devastating background to come from, and you know, there's an old adage, it only takes a good one, and well, we saw that. We're going to have a word and see what he thought of it.
Tiri, čestitam ti od srca. Ovo na početku malo pitanje, zapravo mala šala. Imaš ti oružje za tu svoju lijevu, stari moj, stvarno brutalan nokaut.
Hvala Marko na komplimentu. Prvo, htio bih reći prije nego što krenem slaviti, ovu pobjedu sam posvetio mojem prerano preminulom, jako dobrom prijatelju iz Turske, Berkinu Usti. Imao samo 25 godina, poginuo u požaru prije 2 tjedna. Nakon te vijesti teško je bilo završiti kamp, ali eto, on mi je bio motivacija da privedem pripreme kraju i maksimalno sam bio fokusiran da ga ne iznevjerim. I eto, ova pobjeda ide njemu, prijatelju. Znam da gledaš, ovo je za tebe. Jedna poruka za kraj. Uživajte svojim voljenima dok možete, nikad ne znaš kad ćete snaći nešto u životu, tako da volite se svaki dan i nemam šta drugo za reći. A sad, poslije ovog, zahvalio bi se naravno svojoj ekipi iz American Top tima, svim trenerima, sparing partnerima, mojim sponzorima, obitelji i Bogu na svemu. I to je to.
Tiri, kako je to izgledalo iznutra? Čuo sam od tvog tima da si bio dosta emotivan, da si zato bio toliko agresivan. Činilo se da je Poljak došao stvarno pobijediti, borio se do zadnjeg, bio je opasan, rušio te, ali evo, našao si opet ovaj put lijevu ruku.
Da, gađao nešto koljenom iz klinča, što sam i pretpostavljao, viši je par centi od mene. I naravno, za pretpostaviti je nakon mojih zadnjih borbi da će ići u noge. Ja sam to nekako u svojoj glavi i mislio, ali znali smo ako dođe do razmjene, kad primi udarac da će se ići po tuč, što je naravno moja zona, tako da evo, preuzeo je rizik koji je na kraju na moju stranu izašao, tako da evo, to je to.
Čestitam, još jedno briljantna izvedba i kažem, ako nemaš dozvolu za tu svoju lijevu ruku, definitivno je nabavi. Dame i gospodo, još jedan veliki prospekt s Balkana, Luka Tiriel Abramović!
Da vas čujem Rijeka!